Hi, you guys. Sarah says hi. Oh, stretch. So, strawberries. Strawberry season here in Oregon. I do not grow strawberries because I live in an area that has about 5 U-pick strawberry places within a few miles of my house. So I did purchase these, though I might need to start growing them. For a flat, it was 35 bones, 35 bucks. I should have weighed it. I don't know, maybe it weighed 6 pounds, 7 pounds. So what, $5 a pound? Grocery store, it's on sale right now at $7 a pound, but they're not local, beautiful berries. So anyway, I digress. We're going to preserve strawberries today, and we're going to get out the solar dehydrator, which is going to be right outside my back door. But until, before I do that, I need to make sure these strawberries are cut up and ready to go into that dehydrator. So I'm going to show you really quickly how I do that, and then we'll go out to the dehydrator and throw them on to dehydrate. Alright, so as you can see, I've got some pretty good sized strawberries here. And all I do is take out the top, and I cut it using my hand. This is the way that my mom taught me to cut. And because of that, this is just the way I've always done it. So with a big gigantic strawberry, I'll cut it in half this way, and then I'll just go up like this so I get some good sized pieces, but not too gigantic. You're gonna want them, this is a little too thick, maybe, geez, let's go sideways, quarter of an inch. I'll figure out how many or centimeters that is and let you know. That thick, right? If I have a smaller strawberry like this, cut out the top. I'd only cut this way if you're really comfortable doing it. This knife is extremely sharp, this little paring knife, and you don't want to. See, look, I'm even coming up and putting the blade on my thumb, but I know how much pressure to use. I say that now, maybe I'll be bleeding by the end of this, but anyway, for a strawberry that's smaller, I'll just go ahead and cut it into like coins, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do all this, which should take me, geez, strawberries are so hard to cut. I mean, it takes a long time. That one's toast. It's going to go with the chickens. Take me about an hour, no, less, half hour, and then we'll go outside and put them on the solar dehydrator. So I'm going to do that now, and next time I see you, we'll be outside. Okay, you guys, we got the solar dryer out of storage. For those of you that have seen it before, I'm just going to do a quick overview for people that haven't. So it's basically just screening material, but it's steel screening material. And think of it like 2 screen doors that are hinged together. So I've got a layer here, and then if I want, I can do a second layer down in here. I've just hosed it off so it's all wet in there. I did buy some food grade dehydration plastic, BPA free, that I'm going to line in here. This is steel, but I think some of this might be galvanized, and I don't really feel good about using the galvanized stuff. It's this section down here, the bottom section. So we're going to use the top section, which looks okay, and I'll get the plastic on here, but I want to get the strawberries going while it's hot. And so yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put it up and yeah, put some strawberries down. Alright, so while I'm just finishing this up, I wanted to do a little talking about questions I get asked a lot when I do this. So the first question is how long are these going to take to dry? Less than 5 days, 3 days maybe. I'm going to go ahead and not publish this video until these are dry, so I'll be able to tell you, down below here, just read it, however long it took. The other question I get is, aren't you worried about bugs getting in here because these holes in the screening material are kind of big, but what you can't see right here is that, see, like this tight weave I have up here. Bugs can't get through that, and it's on the top, and it's below this as well, and it's the same way on both sides. How do I store these? Once they're dry, they're like fruit leather. I'll show you here in a second what that looks like. And I have some strawberries never last that long in my house because we eat them up so quickly. But I have some peaches and plums that are going on 5 years old now. I just put them into a airtight container, mason jar, container with a tight-fitting lid with an oxygen absorber, and they stay nice and limber. They don't mold. It's really good. So they'll stay for several years on the shelf. No refrigeration needed. They get super sweet when they dry. Any piece of fruit will do that because the sugar gets condensed, so it just makes a lovely, high-energy, dried fruit snack. And it's quite cost-effective to do this. It's a lot less expensive than buying freeze-dried fruit or just regular dried fruit at the grocery store. So I hope that answers your questions. We'll come back in a few days to take a peek at this. And I just try to get every piece by itself on its own little layer, so the air can flow above and below it, and the sun will help dry it. It's going to be pretty hot here. This works when it's cooler, but it works a lot faster when it's warmer. And you can see some of these pieces I just cut way too big. I'll just eat that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the lid down on this and leave it. Let's see how long it takes. Hey guys, so it's been 24 hours on the strawberries. They are moving along pretty quickly here, so you can see them just through the mesh. And let me prop open the top here and we'll take a look. This is a two-hand job, so hold on just a sec. Alright, so it's well over 90 degrees today, and these are going to be done tomorrow. It's only going to take 36 hours maybe. Some of these are sticking. Shoot. Let's see, let me get this one off. This one's still a little wet. You can see that. Let's try to get this sticky one off here. I hate it when they stick, which is another reason I got that plastic. Looks good. It's drying really nicely. Again. And you can see, nice and flexible, and it's almost all dry. I'll pull them off tomorrow. Some of them, like this one is a really fat one. I probably shouldn't have just left. It was a tip, and I just cut it off. You can see several of those, but yeah, looking good. So hey, about 36 hours or something, and I'm going to have a ton of fruit leather. So there you have it. We'll come back tomorrow and harvest these together. That one was really sticky, but that's what happens when you have sugary things. So I think the plastic is going to be real helpful for that. All right, so we'll come back and check in 12 hours or so. Hi you guys. So it's been 2 full days. I could have pulled these off early this morning, but life got in the way, so I didn't. So it has been about 48 hours, and these are perfectly done. They will last for several years, and what I'm going to do is just pull them all off here and put them in one of these glass containers I have with a tight-fitting lid that goes on here. So I'll pull them off real quick and I'll show you how much we got out of whatever this was, like 6 pounds. Doesn't look like very much now, does it? So this is why dried fruit is so expensive, because it dries down to like nothing. But gosh, this is going to be great in gorp, mixed with nuts and seeds, eaten by itself, and ice cream on cereal and porridge. Strawberries, in my opinion, is one of the best
fruits to dry. It's so easy and it just gets so super sweet. So anyway, yep, so that's it. That's how you do dried strawberries for on the cheap. And yeah, all right, so I'll pull these off and we'll put them in a container and take a look. All right, you guys, so this is what I got out of all those pounds of strawberries. So got my scale. I've zeroed it out in ounces because I weighed this in pounds before. So I'll have to go back and look at my records, but I think it was like 5 or 6 pounds that I bought of strawberries. And I got 5.1 ounces. 16 ounces in a pound. I got 1/3 of a pound out of 5 or 6 pounds of strawberries. The good thing is that the most work is cutting them up. I mean, it doesn't cost any money to dry them because, you know, it's just using the sun outside, and the time is free. So it's your labor of love, babies. What I should do is price this out and see how much it would be just to buy this. Like I said, I paid $34 for the flat, but I didn't use the whole flat. I used a bunch of it for fresh eating. So yeah, maybe if I can find dried strawberries, local dried strawberries to compare, I'll put the info right there. So anyway, there you have it. What was it? I did a tear on that. 5.1 ounces of strawberries out of pounds. So now I'm going to drop a desiccant pack in there, like a silica pack. Put the top on and eat it. So there you have it. That's how to solar dry strawberries.